Surfing is a crazy sport. There's no need for you to be in the water at that time. You might get eaten by a shark. I do not feel sorry for you. I feel bad, but not sorry because you knew the thing was there. What's crazy is you even have experts that defend sharks. I don't even know when this started. When did we start defending killers? Like, we defend them. They're out there in the ocean, they're killing and stuff. And then you have these shows, Discovery, Shark Week, 50-50, shark experts. And they come out, hi guys, I just want to tell you a little bit about sharks. Did you know that sharks aren't the mean killers everybody paints them out to be? Sharks don't even like eating humans. They don't. How do you know this? How do you know this? I mean, for things that don't like humans, they've eaten a lot of them, You have to admit. They've eaten a hell of a lot. Surely the memo would have gotten around by now. No, they don't like eating humans. What happens is they get really confused, because from underneath they see you paddling on the surface and they mistake you for a seal. They think you're a seal and they come up and they grab a bite, and then by the time they realize you're not a seal, it's too late. It's not their fault. They're just sharks. Like, really? Why don't those same people come and defend like black people when people are saying black people commit crime, black people crime? Like, why don't they have those same people there, Like, these blacks always robbing people, these blacks always, and they come and, well, actually, guys, black people don't like crime. Yeah. What happens is they get like really poor because of things that have happened in the past. And then like some of them resort to criminal activities to try and make ends meet. And so when they see you from far, they just get confused because you look like an ATM. Because you freeze every time they see you. You freeze. And then they poke you and money comes out. Yeah. It's not their fault. They're just poor. It's a lot of rubbish. That's what it is. Sharks don't like people. How do they know? Do they ask them? Yeah, don't like. Tastes like Marmite. I don't surf. I sit on the beach and I enjoy it from there. It looks beautiful. I enjoy it. And I'm sitting on the beach in Malibu. And it's during the week, so it's really empty. There's just one girl surfing out there, California babe, and she's rocking it, And she's got long blonde hair and tan, looking very fake, and just like, she's riding her board and doing her thing, and all those unnecessary surfing moves that people do, Just stay here, there's no need for. And sure enough, at the end of it, like she's doing those things, and the wave comes like, and I was like, you're dead. But she wasn't. And she comes out of the water and she's having the time of her life. And she looks over at me and she's like, hey there. Are you like gonna come in? The water's like super amazing. I said, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here and watch you. You're very good. Keep it up. She's like, OMG. You talk funny. No, I don't talk funny. You talk funny. Where are you from? I'm from South Africa. She's like, oh, wow. Like Africa? How did you get here? What? I used my monkey grip under the plane. How did you get here? She doesn't even wait for my answer. She runs. She's in the water. She's doing her thing, surfing, having a good time, doing those things. She comes back out, and now all of a sudden we're best friends. She runs out onto the beach. She's like, hey, Africa. I'm like, hey, America. So like, you don't surf at all? I said, no, I don't. Where I'm from, we don't really surf. Johannesburg, there's no surfers out here, She's like, that's too bad. Like, do you guys have waves in Africa? Do we have waves? A grown human being asks me if we have waves on a continent. Like, no, we don't. Yeah, by the time the water gets to our side of the world, it's just so tired. It's just, so worn out from all the traveling. It tries, but it's, Do we have waves? She's brilliant. She says this and she runs back into the water. And every time she goes out there, it's like she comes back more stupid. It's almost like she's fishing for stupidity out there. It's almost like there is a shark. She's like, yeah, ask him this now, ask him this. Because she comes back, and I'll never forget this. Till the day I die, I will not forget this conversation. She comes back onto the beach, and she stands next to me, and she's taking off her wetsuit, and she goes, so, like, Africa, can I, like, ask you a question? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
If you're like from Africa, have you like ever had AIDS?
You know what's funny? Is I wasn't offended by the fact that she said AIDS. But I was offended by the fact that she said, ever had AIDS. Like AIDS is something you could had, like a passing flu, just, you know? Hey, John, I didn't see you at work last week Thursday. Where were you? Yeah, bro, yeah, I had a bit of AIDS there. I just hit me hard. I took some Corinza, now I'm back, bro. Ever had. And you know, I know as a child of a continent that's ravaged by this disease, it's my job, it's my duty to educate people when I meet them. You know, it really is a part of who I am. But you know when you look at someone in their eyes and there's no hope. It's just that old SABC tone, just like doo. You know, so it's only two of us and I'm bored. I figure, why not have some fun? And so I look at her and I'm like, yes. Yes, America. I've had AIDS many, many times.
She's like, oh, wow, really? Oh, my God. So aren't you going to be, like, super skinny and dead or something?
I said, no, AIDS is not as bad as you think. It's just like chocolate, you know? You just shouldn't have too much at one time. You're just like, AIDS. Oh, too much AIDS. Oh. And then you stop for a bit, and then after you're like, more AIDS. You know, you just chill.
She's like, wow, is it like chocolate?
I said, yeah, you should try it sometime. She's like,
no, that's disgusting. So then if it's like chocolate, then it's gonna get all melty, and I'll be covered in like AIDS chocolate, and I'll be all sticky, and I'll be all dirty.
I was like, yeah, then you just take a shower. No, what are you? Oh no, don't you laugh at my president. Damn you people, damn you. I don't accept your laughter, damn you. Don't you laugh, this has nothing to do with that great man. Turning my jokes against me, no. I will not participate in this madness. How else do you get clean?
Hey there, thanks for watching. Now, all I need you to do is click on that little circle on your screen. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, just like that. Hold on. Yeah, click. Nice.
But now we're here in Amsterdam. Yes, the best dam of them all. What a good time it's been. What a good time. I'm glad I came here early on this trip because I got a few days of the good weather. I've heard so many rumors about it. Every time I come here, people are like, you should have come a few weeks ago. People in the Netherlands talk about their weather like a child who doesn't know where their dad is. No, he was here, but you didn't see him. He was here. Mommy said he's coming back. It's not just, you know what it is? It's not just the rain that gets me here. It's like a depressing season that sets over the entire place. You know, the entire thing. It's just like I'm used to rain, okay? I grew up in South Africa, in Johannesburg, right? We have a lot of rain, right? Yeah. I live in New York City now. We get a lot of rain. But you know what happens is the clouds come in, it rains, and then it leaves. Even if it rains for long, if you look into the distance, you can see parts of the sky in other cities that have no clouds. Here, it descends upon the entire Netherlands. Like an ancient wizard has cast a spell. You look as far as you can. Like 2 days ago, when it hit, like properly, it hit. I looked out of my window and I was like, this is not possible. There are no clouds. It is just cloud. It's gray. There's no shape. There's nothing. You can't see anything. It's just gray, as far as your eye can see, from one corner to the next. And then the worst thing is, it's not rain, but it's rain. Just enough rain that you get wet, not enough that you need an umbrella. You just walk around with an umbrella, you feel like an idiot. You close it up, it's drenched all over your face. Tiny little droplets. You can't do anything. You don't want to be outside. but you don't want to stay inside. It's like depressing the whole time. The whole time. I was in this weather for 2 days. For 2 days, I was in this weather. I was sitting inside, I was looking at it, I was walking outside, I was feeling it. And in 2 days, I felt something deep inside me. I was like, "Gah! God," and I was like, now I get it. Now I get why the Dutch colonized. I get it. I get it, man. Woo-wee. Ooh, don't even play games with me, Amsterdam. If I lived here for 6 months, after month 7, I would be like, ik moet een andere plek gaan. Ik wil niet the countries of other mensen. That's probably what happened, right? Yeah, because it didn't happen the other way around, right? It's not like anyone from Suriname was landing here, right? There's no African boats arriving here. Africans weren't building boats; they were having a good time, eating mangoes, enjoying the sunshine. The Dutch were like, we can't stay in this weather for any longer. I'm sick of this, and they set sail. The Dutch. It really is interesting. When we think about colonization really intrigues me as a concept. Not just like how it happened, but how we treat it today. I can feel some of the white people tensing up. Relax, it's a comedy show. Relax. Relax. I saw your shoulders, ma'am. You were like, eh. You're like, he's coming for us now. No, relax. It's a comedy show. For 1 hour, I forgive you. It's all right. Relax. No, okay, so here's what it is. Here's what it is for me, right? I travel to many places around the world. I do comedy shows. And I'll always announce that I'm going to a country to perform. What I find intriguing is certain countries get certain responses every single time. Every single time, right? And a lot of those countries will get a negative response, right? So recently, this was about a month ago, I was doing shows in Germany. And the same way I do every year, I announced. I said, I'm going to Berlin and Stuttgart, excited to be coming to Germany. And without fail, under my Instagram comments, under my Facebook comments, whatever social media I used, people were commenting underneath. Those Nazis. I hope you tell them that they're Nazis, Trevor. Don't forget to remind them what they did, Trevor. You tell them that they're Nazis, Trevor. I was like, which part of my comedy show do you think this is going to be happening in? Come on, good evening, Germany, you Nazis. But that's all I get in the comments. People will be like, yo, man, they don't even laugh. They shouldn't laugh. They don't have a sense of humor, those Nazis. Don't ever forget what they did, Trevor. And I understand it. I do understand it. But what I find interesting is that I'll travel to other countries that also have a harrowing past, And this is not a moment to compare like the numbers and no. I just travel to places where they have a harrowing past. And I've noticed I don't get any of the same backlash. Like when I said I was coming to the Netherlands, people were just like, oh, enjoy the canals, woo! Yes, oh, Trevor, yeah, enjoy riding the bicycles, woohoo! Bring me back some weed, wah! I was like, what is it? What is it? Like, how come some countries have this and some countries don't? And I was in Germany for about a week. And being there for a week, I got to sample how they live, what they do, what they don't do. And after having a meal there one day, I think I figured it out. I think I figured out why some European nations have been able to shake off most of their colonial baggage, and some have kept more of it than others. The history of what they did. And it all lies in the food. Yeah, my grandmother taught me this lesson when I was really young, and I didn't understand it. I was too young to get it. My grandmother used to love cooking for me and the entire family. She's the greatest cook ever. She'd cook for all of us on a Sunday by herself. Didn't want anyone else in the kitchen because she didn't want anyone taking credit for what she made. The only person who was allowed to be with her was me. And so me and my grandmother in the kitchen, and she loved me. I was her favorite grandchild because I could eat the most. And so she would give me the food while she's cooking. She's like, what do you think? And I was like, I'm not sure. And she'd give me again and be like, I'm not sure. And she'd be like, you're so naughty, Trevor. And then she'd make some more food, she'd make some more food. And then one day, out of the blue, my gran was busy cooking everything, making everything, and she turned and she gave it to me, and I was like, that's so good, Granny. And she said, you know what, Trevor, can I tell you a secret? If you know how to cook well, you can make someone forget anything bad you've done. That's why your grandfather is still around. I was like, what? I didn't understand it. How could I? I didn't have the right information. Until recently, when I traveled to Europe and I actually spent time in these different countries, spent time sampling the culture, the life, and the food. And then I got it. I got it. All the countries that have been able to sort of like distract people are the countries that spend time in the kitchen. Yeah. Like the French. They have one of the worst legacies of colonization ever. Yeah, but when you ask them, you can't stay mad at them. You'll be like, yo, French, what did you do in Congo? They're like, what did I do with this croissant? Oh, have you tasted it? Oh, succulent. You go to Italians, you're like, what did you do in East Africa? They're like, but what did I do with this pizza? Mamma mia, look at this pasta, just a taste it. This is the true travesty. Oh my God. Even the Dutch, you got in on the game. People are like, what were you guys doing when the spice trade? And you guys like, what do you mean with the puffer cheese? You mean with our little puffer cheese? You want to have some puffer cheese? The Belgians were like, have a waffle, forget about what we did in Africa. And then you get to Germany and they're like, would you like to try some sauerkraut? And you taste that shit and you're like, we will never forget. Never. People get offended sometimes when I say these things, but it's something you actually shouldn't be offended by. You shouldn't be offended by it, because I've learned in talking to like anthropologists and sociologists that a lot of the way people are in their cultures comes from the weather that they were raised in. This is a true thing. No, it's a true thing. So for instance, I've always been fascinated, like whenever I travel to Scandinavia, you know, like Sweden and Norway and all those places, I was always intrigued by the way they speak, right? Like they have a very like curt language. You know, like when you talk about, you say Spanish, you want it to learn because it like sounds good, and like Swedish for me has always sounded the opposite. You know, it's just got that like tak, tak, hida, tukjada, kukkur, kuttabuttatora kuttu, muris kuttabura kurin 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 burtum turguriship, mutjado. It's like that thing. You know what I mean? And I was always like, why? And it turns out that Swedish people, over generations, we're talking about like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, because they lived in a climate that was so cold, you couldn't afford to open your mouth wide when you speak, right? Like I grew up in Xhosa culture. My mother's Xhosa, my grandmother's Xhosa, that's my whole family. Xhosa people grew up in South Africa, warm climate. So when we speak, we open our mouths. Molo, that's how we greet you. Molo mhlobam, usaphila, alright, hayi ndimbonile. You see? It's because we've got warm air. We can take our time. If you've been to Sweden in the winter, you understand. What you can't wait. You can't mess around out there. You just gotta get them. You can't be messing around when the temperatures are dropping to below zero. You can't be coming outside. Imagine you in Xhosa in Sweden. You're gonna come out there like more, freeze the shit out of your throat. So I'm not saying you're not kind. I'm just saying you're not warm. You know, the Dutch are very, in the time I've been here, like very efficient. You know, very logical people. If it doesn't make sense to you, it just doesn't make sense. You know, I asked someone yesterday, I said, hey, why does it seem like there's less transport? And then he was like, because there's a strike. That's what he said. He had like a weird, it was like Dutch, but it wasn't Dutch accent. He was like, yeah, because there's a strike. I was like, okay, well, when are they coming back? He's like, when they come back. was like, all right, I guess you don't know. Dutch are just very like, you know when you can see it? You can see it when you go around Amsterdam and you watch Dutch people riding bicycles. I've never been to a country where people do such a fun activity in such a serious way. Everywhere else in the world, people on a bicycle look like they are living the personification of happiness. Because that's what a bicycle is. It's goofy, it's silly. Your legs are going round and round. You're there with the little bell, pring, pring. That's like a fun time, yay! And then here in the Netherlands, straight back, straight body, focus. Focus, 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 focus. We're going somewhere, focus, focus, focus. And God forbid you step in front of that bike, God forbid. Let me tell you something, I have never in my life been to a country where I would rather step in front of a car than a bicycle. I have never in my life, every day that I've been out here, I've forgotten, I'll step into the bicycle lane, you see them flying at you, and for safety I'll jump to the cars, because I know I've got a better chance of surviving. Your bike riders here do not give a shit. They do not give a shit. They come at you. It's almost like they go faster when they see you. You step into that lane, people lose their shit. Come at you full speed. Full speed. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. Kijk maar dit en ook. Kijk wat merk. Kijk. Samen, die met kijk wat Robert Schremer. Samen, kijk. Ay, 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 ay. I've never heard a bell sound angry until I came to the Netherlands. Angry as shit. Gring, 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 gring. Your master of it. Gring, gring. Yeah. One guy screamed at me. He's like, hey, why don't you look? Why don't you look behind you? I'm like, because that's not how looking works. What do you think? I just live my life like I owe people money? Think I'm just walking around like this? Why don't you look behind you? Why don't you use your brakes? People in the Netherlands act like this is an action movie and there's a bomb on their bike and they can't stop or the shit will blow up. Just hit the brakes. There's a human being in front of you. They pedal faster. They pedal faster. They've got kids. It's like the kids are little torpedoes they're gonna use on you. You've got your family in the front of this thing and you go faster. Yeah. I'm like, are you shitting me? The kid's there with his helmet, ready to kill me. Almost aiming at me like, yeah, papa, yeah, papa. Yeah, papa, let's go, papa. Yeah. Just hit the brakes. It's a bicycle. You can slow down. I want to do that. I'm actually going to go around. I'm going to go around Amsterdam and I'm going to mess with people. Because I've noticed the Dutch, you guys take Sundays pretty chill. I'm going to wait for a Sunday. I'm going to wait for a Sunday when you guys are enjoying yourselves, walking through the canals, having a nice time in Amstel Park, and then I'm going to come down. I feel like there should be a rule in America. They should say, you can hate immigrants all you want, but if you do, you don't get to eat their food. Yeah? That's a fair exchange for me. You hate immigrants, no immigrant food. And when I say no immigrant food, I mean no immigrant food, nothing. No Mexican food, no Caribbean food, no Dominican food, no Asian food, nothing. Only potatoes. And I'm not even saying like flavored potatoes, I'm just saying plain potatoes. No spice. Because no immigrants, no spice. Don't ever forget that. Both figuratively and literally, no spice. And I know some people would take that. I know. I know there's some people right now who'd be like, well, you know what, Trevor? Take your immigrants, take your spice, and get the hell out of here. You say that now. Because you've never lived a life without spice. But don't ever forget, a life without spice was so hard, that it made white people sail around the world to find it. And like, This wasn't regular sailing. This wasn't like a Disney cruise. These people sailed at a time when they believed if you went that way, you would fall off the edge of the earth and die. And still, some man out there was eating some white lady's cooking, and he was like, I can't do this shit anymore. I'm sailing that way. But what if you die? At least it's exciting. No immigrants, no spice.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can win cool prizes. And by prizes, I mean surprise. There's no prizes. It's a free YouTube video, you greedy. Just click the video, man. Why you want free things on free things?
Sorry, I know this is weird. This is my tea. I know it looks like a magic lamp, but it's not. It's my tea. I have to drink this as much as possible. So, oh, it's true. This is sort of like my medicine. I have to drink it. Why? Because I lost my voice. But it wasn't like weekend lose your voice. It wasn't like, oh, what a great party. I lost the voice. No. Voice totally gone. What happened was, I was doing shows in New York, right? A whole lot of performances. And then one day, in the middle of a show, my voice disappeared. Out of nowhere. I was talking, and then, Escom. Now, at first I thought, okay, it's just a small thing. It's a small thing. It'll go away. But it didn't. It got worse every day. Every day, my voice got worse and worse. Finally, I ended in New York. I was coming back to South Africa through London. So while I was in London, I met a doctor there. Horrible doctor. Because his advice was, maybe you should just keep quiet, Trevor. Yeah? Maybe you should keep quiet. Keep quiet for a few days. And thereafter, what we should do is speak in a confidential voice. Yes? Speak in a confidential voice. That's what he told me to do, speak in a confidential voice. A confidential voice is basically you speaking very softly, very hum. So basically everywhere you go, you talk like this. You know what I mean? This is what you've got to do. Basically like white people in the office, you just got to find the guys. You're not gonna, what's that? No, nothing, we good. Yeah, see you guys at the bra. Don't want those guys. That's a confidential voice. Now the problem with a confidential voice is that you have to lean in when you speak to people, right? And then two things happen. One, I don't know why, but if you speak softly or if you whisper, people will whisper back to you. I don't know why this happens. I went into a shop. I was trying to buy a computer. This guy comes and says, hey, sir, how you doing? You good, man? Are you good? It's like, yes, I just need to buy some computers, please. Oh, you looking at some of those laptops over there? I said, yeah, just some of the MacBooks. Said, yeah, well, over here we got a great range of computers. And what are you doing? Why are you whispering? I'm not whispering. I don't know what you mean. You whispering? Why? It's like I'm injured and now you're limping. What the hell is going on here? The second weird thing that happened was because I was speaking like this, some people thought I was trying to have sex with them. Yeah, it was weird for me at first, and then I realized this actually was happening. The worst incident was when I was visiting friends of mine in Ennerdale, right? And I went to the Chicken Licken with my boys. We're hanging out. It's a normal day. We're just getting food, you know. We walk up to the counter. The woman's there. She's like, welcome to Chicken Licken, sir. Can I take your order, please? I said, hi. I would like four pieces of chicken, please. She's like, you want some chicken? I'm gonna give you the breasts and the thighs. Now she's chasing me down the street. Do you know how scared I was? Running away, holding my chicken, screaming for help in a confidential voice. Help me, help me, help me. So this clearly didn't help. I come back to South Africa and I meet a doctor here, a voice doctor, who happens to be one of the best in the world. And he does an exam on my voice, finds exactly what I have, hemorrhagic polyp, and he says we have to go in for surgery, which stresses me out. I go, what? We've got to go in for the surgery? He says, yeah, Trevor, that's not helping, just stop doing that. So what do you mean? The doctor says, I don't want to have sex with you, so please stop doing that. So we're going in for surgery. Surgery. You know, surgery? How scared I was now? Surgery. The stress. The worst thing about the surgery was the process around the surgery. I wasn't allowed to speak for the week before the surgery. And then after surgery, completely silent for 1 month. Right? Yeah, 1 month. No speaking, no whispering, no humming, no coughing or even sneezing. Nothing. You make no sound, otherwise you'll damage the voice after surgery. Yeah. Which seems easy for the first few days, because you think it's fun. You're like, oh, I'll just keep quiet. I'll just be a mime. Then it gets boring, and then it gets difficult. Because then you start meeting people that know you and they want to have conversations. Fans in the streets, friendly people, you know. White people were the best to meet, I won't lie. Because white people are just like, they're impatient. I like that, you know. Yeah, white people have no time for anything. I've seen this. White people don't like to wait. They're always in a hurry, always something to do. They just come up to me, they're like, hey, Trevor, right, the comedian. Oh, what, you're not talking? Oh, no voice. Right, cheers, bye. Gone. Out of my life, no stress. I loved it. It's great for me. Not so great for white people, though. That's why they pay so much in traffic fines. Yes. No, it's true. If you guys were just more patient, you wouldn't pay half as much, eh? Yeah. Because black people hardly pay anything. Hardly anything at all. Black people get to the traffic thing. You just relax the situation. That's what you do. You just relax everything. You just get there. You know, guy will come to your window. Baba, outkogang seat belt. And you're like, seat belt. Yeah, no seat belt. Hey, seat belt. Yeah, let's license one. License. Hey, ndoda, let's license wena. Mfethu license. Seat belt, license. Mfethu license, seat belt. Hey wena, mfethu license. Eish, hamba ke, hamba. Just relax it. I've seen white people at roadblocks. They have no patience. They get angrier at the metro cop. They get so angry, it's like he did something wrong. You see them. They get stopped there. So they say, you were speeding. Oh, bloody hell, man. You guys are everywhere. Nobody can drive anymore in this place, man. Yes, like you guys, every bush. I don't know if it's a bush or a metro cop. What the hell is going on here, man? Yes, like you guys, bloody hell. They should start calling you the flora and fauna police, man. What the hell? Guys in the bloody boat. What are you going to do? Are you going to give me a ticket or something? No, I was just saying, bloody hell. I mean, just give me the bloody ticket. Just give it to, okay, you want the ticket? I'll give you a ticket now. Give you the damn ticket. Yeah, just give me the bloody ticket. Yeah, I'm going to and your indicator's not working. 5,000. Just bring it down. Just relax. Just be a bit patient. White people have no patience. None. The complete opposite end of the spectrum, and the people I dreaded meeting when I had no voice, was Indians. No. Indians are the worst human beings you will ever meet if you're trying to have short conversations. Because I don't know what it is about Indians, but they're the most inquisitive people you will ever come across in your life. Question after question after question after. It's just like a thing in their culture. They've just got to ask questions. Questions. That's why there's no Indian GPS. You wouldn't get anywhere. You would not get anywhere. You'd be fighting with your car. Take me to Woolworths, please. Why you want to go to Woolworths here, boss? Just take me to Woolworths, damn it. Questions and questions. I met a group of Indian guys one day. It was a Saturday morning. These guys see me. They're very cool. You know, the guy's like, hey, Trevor Noah. Hey, what kind, brah? How you doing, man? Check this out, Fazil. Hey, Fazil, you know this, brah? Yeah, the comedian there. Hey, this, we got all your DVDs there, Trevor. Yeah, we bought them at Fordsburg, man. Hey, man. Hey, brah, you tops, man. You tops, brah. Hey, you killing the charos there, man. Killing us there, brah. When you doing another show, man? What, you're not talking now? You lost your voice. What happened?
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can win cool prizes. And by prizes, I mean surprise. There's no prizes. It's a free YouTube video, you greedy. Just click the video, man. Why you want free things on free things?
You know, recently because of my job on The Daily Show, I got invited to very prestigious events. You know, I've started getting invited to very, very fancy functions. Functions I would have never been invited to before. You know, recently I got invited to my uncle's wedding. Never knew me before this. And before that, I got invited to an event in New York called the Met Gala, right? A very prestigious event, yeah, where 500 people are gathered together, different personalities from all walks of life come together, you know, actors, singers, painters, musicians, everyone. And you spend a night dressed very nicely, looking at history and art. Just walk around, smiling, looking sophisticated. Yeah, and it's so exclusive that they tell you exactly what you're going to be wearing at the event, right? So they not dress code, exactly what you wear. So I got phoned. They said, Trevor, we'd like to invite you to the Met Gala. I was like, wow, okay. And they said, and you will be wearing a Ralph Lauren suit. And I was like, oh okay, how much is Ralph Lauren? But they were like, no, we provide it for you. Ralph Lauren is going to be giving you the suit. And I was like, wow, I get to go to the Ralph Lauren store and pick up a suit for myself. They're like, no, the man, Ralph Lauren, is going to give you a suit. Do you know how mind-blowing that is? To meet the man whose name is on your clothing. That was just crazy. Like, that's never happened to me. I've never had the opportunity to meet the person whose name is on my clothing. I've never had the chance to say, pleasure to meet you, Mr. Price. Like, this is a new world for me. Here I am wearing his suit, invited to the Met Gala. And they tell you it's going to be a fun affair, you're going to have a great time. You get there, you eat with some people, you talk, you laugh, you walk the red carpet, which sounds like fun. You know, red carpets sound like fun. Walk down a carpet, people take pictures of you. Yeah, it's a lot more stress than it seems. Because you have to look perfect. I didn't know this. Like, you have to look perfect all the time. So, and they're so strict about it that they have a tent at the beginning of the red carpet that you don't see on TV. And in that tent, they prepare everybody. All the celebrities stand in the tent together, and then they make sure everyone's dress is perfect, everyone's hair, nothing is crumpled up, nothing, you know, and you stand there, and everyone's there together, which is really cool because you see all the celebrities like getting dressed basically, and you know everyone. They don't know you, but you know all of them. So like you're there, you're just looking at people, and people are very nice. You're like, hey, how are you? It's like, oh, hi, I'm Trevor. Trevor, nice to meet you. It's like, oh, Beyonce. You're like, yeah. Come on. Yeah, I know you from my bedroom wall. I know you. But you can't say that. You can't say, you see, because you got to look cool. You know, you got to look like you belong. So now you're meeting people that you know, but you got to act like you don't know them, which makes you look like a jackass. Because now I'm there like, Trevor, Beyonce? Beyonce, did I say it? Beyonce? Nice to meet you, Beyonce. Pleasure. JZ, nice to meet you, sir. Yes. You just look like an idiot. So I'm standing there getting ready with everyone. And then there's a guy who basically tells each person to walk out one at a time. Each celebrity, you walk out onto the red carpet. And there's 3 stations on the red carpet. When you walk out, the first section is American photographers. They take pictures for all of their magazines and newspapers. When they're done with you, you move down to the second section. That's the European photographers. They do the same thing for their magazines. And then you move to the last section, Asian photographers, Japan, China, that region. They take pictures, and then you walk into the event. So you walk to each one. They tell you to smile. Don't smile too much. Closes your eyes. Don't not smile. Makes you look angry. And pose with your body and your head. Pose body and head. Because some people make a mistake and then turn. Don't do that. Turn everything at the same time. Everything. So I'm ready. I'm like, I can do this. You know, so I'm in the tent with all the celebrities, and the guy's calling people out. Lets them out one by one because they don't want 2 people in the same shot. They don't want Beyonce there and then me in the background. Like, you know? So the guy's like, okay, we're ready, guys. Look, we're ready. Rihanna, let's get Rihanna out. Rihanna, come on. How are you? Good to see you. Come on through. And so Rihanna walks out. You know, Anne Hathaway. Anne, how are you? Come on, Anne. Good to see you. Go on. Yeah. And then it's my turn. The guy's like, you. Yeah, you. Come on, let's go. Come on. I'm like, me, okay, me. He's like, you ready? I was like, I'm ready. He's like, okay, go on. And I stepped out, and immediately when I got out, I realized I wasn't ready. I was not ready at all. I've never seen that many flashes in my entire life. You step out, and it seems like every camera in the world is flashing at the same time. All of them screaming. It's like, it's just bright. It looks like someone threw a teaspoon in a microwave. It's going crazy. It's like, and everyone's screaming your name. Trevor, over here. Trevor. Now you're trying to find them. You look like a madman with voices in your head. You're Trevor. You're like, yeah, speak to me, Jesus. You're trying to find. You don't know where the thing is coming from. You're like, come on, Trevor. And then one guy throws me off in the middle of it. He's like, Trevor, give us a pose. And I'm like, a pose? He's like, yeah, pose. I'm like, nah, I don't know how to pose. I've never thought of posing. No one told me. So now, like, I don't know what posing is. I've never practiced posing. And then the guy's pose. I'm like, I don't know what's a pose? He's like, come on, something sexy. I'm like, sexy? I don't even know what's that, because I've never practiced. And when I read magazines, I go straight to the women's section. Like, I don't look at the men. I don't see how they posing. I look at J-Lo and Kim Kardashian. So he's like, sexy. I'm like, sexy. So I just go to what I know. I'm just standing there. was like, what the hell? Okay, stop that. Okay, that's good. Okay, go on. Good job. I was like, okay, that was stressful. So I moved down to the European section. I'm getting there. I'm still stressed. The bright lights have got my eyes going. The next guys are there like, okay, Trevor, are you ready? I'm like, I'm ready. He's like, okay, all right, over here, Trevor. Some guys didn't know my name though. I could hear that. Because one guy said Trevor, another guy said Trevor, then other guys were just like, Trevor. Yeah, but it's sort of like with a dog. Like a dog doesn't really know its name. Like if your dog's name's Spotty and you go, Spotty, it's like, huh? So I did the same thing. So, they were like, Trevor. I'm sure there was one guy who hated me and he was like, never! And I was like, I didn't care. I was in the mix. I was posing. I was sexy. I was doing my thing. I was loving it. And the guy's like, okay, good job. Go on. And I walked down and I went to the Asian section. And I stood there and all the photographers were ready. And then they just looked at me. It was... I don't think you guys it was the weirdest, because it was like flashing, snapping, flashing, screaming, flashing, snapping, screaming, flashing, snapping, silence. I got there, and they just looked at me. And then they looked at each other, and they looked back at me. They looked at me the way you look at food that's just arrived at your table, but no one has ordered it. That's the way they looked at me. Like they were waiting for the menu, like for the waiter to come and be like, sorry, we didn't order. Did you order? Who ordered? No, we didn't order this. We ordered celebrities. We don't know what that is. No, we don't know. We didn't order. That's how they're looking at. Now I'm standing there. I'm already posing because I've been taught to do. Now I'm there doing nothing's getting them. Even these ones, nothing's working. They're just looking at me. And then, I don't know, I panicked because I was embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie, I was embarrassed. No one's taking a picture. No one told me what to do if they don't take a picture. So instead of just walking away, I started making the sounds with my mouth. Just a defense mechanism, I guess. So I panicked, and then in the silence, I was just like, Trevor. And now they're just looking at me like, Trevor, good job. And I was like,
Hey there, thanks for watching. Now, all I need you to do is click on that little circle on your screen. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, just like that. Hold on. Yeah, click. Nice.
This is so amazing. So many of you here to see me, huh? I feel like Meghan Markle. This is dope. That was like the most amazing experience. I didn't know that the royal wedding was going to be this weekend. I didn't know it was going to be today. I planned my show long before them. I knew that I loved you before he knew. That's what I'm saying. I planned our big day long before they planned theirs. And then now everyone was like, oh, you're going to London? Are you going for the royal wedding? Are you here for the royal wedding? Are you here for the royal wedding? It's quite an event, I have to say. Like everyone is watching everything about you. All the stories people would talk about, because you're watching it all over the world. They're like, yes, Meghan Markle. Yes, she isn't the typical royal. Yes. She isn't the typical royal. What we mean is, yes, typical royal. She comes from an unconventional family. Yes, very different family. And I was like, yeah, man, she does. She comes from an unconventional family. Just like Harry, same thing. Come on. It's true, same thing. And they look good together. It was beautiful. Everyone was stressed out about it. Meghan Markle's family was in the tabloids, the Daily Mail, trying to destroy their lives. Man, when the Daily Mail comes after you, they do not mess around. They will find that one uncle in your family who's an alcoholic and shits his pants. Meet Trevor's Uncle Bobby. I didn't even know I had an Uncle Bobby. Well, now you do, and he shits his pants. And they'll always find a way to try and link it to you like it's your fault. They'll be like, Meghan Markle's uncle's son, Donnie, didn't pay his bills. She doesn't even know him. Doesn't matter. It shows that her family is unconventional. I'm not gonna lie, I was glad that it was the white side of Meghan families that was, I'm not gonna lie. We could not handle that as black people. That is the last thing we needed. Can you imagine if that was the black side of the family? Really? If Meghan's dad was on TV and he was like, oh no, I'm not coming to their wedding. No.
Here we see Meghan's father posing for photo. Ah, you caught me again. Oh no, you have caught me. Ah. Black people would have never, because that's the hard thing about being a minority, whether you're black, whether you're whether you're Arabic, whatever it is. Like if you're a minority, if you have a certain skin tone, you know that every action you commit, like taints your whole, your family, it taints your everything. White people are individuals. That's white people. That's like the best thing in the world. That's what white privilege means to me. You're an individual. Let's look at Dave. He is excellent. He's a mass murderer. As Trevor, if I killed half of you tonight, they'd be like, ah, those mixed breeds. I take everyone down with me. So much stress. So I was glad. Like her mom was there. She was all, fly, looking beautiful as well. The wedding went off without a hitch. And my favorite thing was how the British media talked about how black the event was. And I understand it. Here's the thing. This is like one of those things where I understand, like they want to talk about it because you're not used to having like a black wedding, right? But so like everyone today, I had like CNN contacted me and they're like, Trevor, would you mind speaking about the wedding and really all the black performers? There was a black cellist and there was a black choir and a black pastor. How do you feel? Black? I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. How do you respond to that question? How do you feel about, I don't know how I feel, it's a wedding. I don't know, what do you want me to say? That's a normal wedding. I wasn't watching that wedding being like, whoa, there's black. So much blackness, another one. It's a wedding. What do you want me to say? It's people. And also like, I feel like people go too far. Like, that's where you realize that there's not enough like diversity in your world, is if you think that made it a black wedding. Let me tell you something, a black cellist has canceled itself out. If you have a black person playing the cello, it's safe to say that you've canceled out the blackness of that event. That's the safest way to introduce blackness into your family. Daddy, I'm dating a black man. What? He plays the cello. All right, bring him in. Even white people think a cello is white. When you walk in with a cello, white people also like, well, what the hell is that, man? It's like it's a black wedding. It wasn't a black wedding, it was just a wedding. It was a beautiful, beautiful wedding. If it was a real black wedding, it wouldn't have ended. That's a real black wedding. It would never end. If it was a real black wedding, Prince's Nigerian uncle, he would have found like Harry's Nigerian uncle, he would have been in the carriage with them. I'm not paying for this carriage. I'm not riding in it, huh? You want to ride alone, Harry? You want to drive alone? Let me tell you something, huh? Let me tell you something. We are all getting in this carriage, eh? Every single one of us. And if we all get in the carriage, there's space for everybody. Don't be like that, Harry, huh? This is your family's day. This is not just your day, huh? When you were a little boy, who was there for you, huh? Who was there? That I was here, eh? I was there. Uncle Adebayo was there for you, Harry. Don't be like that, huh? Don't be like that. Huh? Where do you think you got your bow spot from, huh? Where do you think you got that from? That's a black wedding. This was just a wedding that included black people. That's all it was. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see all the celebrities showing up. All the famous people, they sang God Sing the... I never noticed that when they sing God Save the Queen doesn't sing. Which I understand. I mean, I feel like that would be a little bit weird. Like, she knows. Like, that's what I like about the Queen. I'm not gonna front. Like, she has a gangster vibe about her. Like, she's gotten to that point where she's like, yeah, I'm the Queen, I'm over it, let's keep it moving. She doesn't act like someone who's the Queen anymore. She's just like, I'm over it, I'm the Queen. And so everyone's standing like, God save our Jesus Christ. And she's like, yeah, I know, save me, I know. I'm not gonna sing it for myself. Call me like, save me, oh, save me. She's like, I don't need you assholes to save me. I drive myself. It was such a beautiful day, every single piece of it. It was wonderful seeing the people in the streets. Everyone had a smile on their face. You know, everyone was happy because like Harry's popular, he's popular in Southern Africa, he's popular in the UK, he's got that cool vibe about him. You know, Meghan Markle as well, he inspired people. The only weird thing in the wedding for me was they had a black pastor, right, African pastor, and this was like, it was weird in a good way. He started giving a sermon, and he started talking about Martin Luther King, and then he started talking about slavery. And I could see in that moment, there were people in the audience who were like, God save the Queen, God save the Queen. Somebody stop this man, God save the Queen.
Man, this is fun. I'm loving this. No sports. People just come to the show fresh. I like that. I hate it when people come after sports. I have to hope that your team has won. It's just too much pressure on me, you know? Last week, the Springboks lost. People came to the show. They were grumpy. This was like a row of Afrikaans guys the whole time just looking at me like... It's like I was the ref. They're just sitting there in their Springbok tops, all of them. I mean, it could have been the team. I don't really know. I don't... No, because I don't know what they look like. I only know a few guys. Could have been them. They're super angry. Afrikaans people get angry when the Springboks lose, eh? Bloody ref. The ref robbed us. Stupid ref. Bloody guy giving out yellow cards like it's bloody Christmas here, man. You're like, what? Who gets yellow cards for Christmas? That's not the point. Shut up. You know what I mean. What a horrible Christmas that would be. Merry Christmas. Yellow card. 10 minutes. Go away. Go away. I'm not surprised when the guys get angry, you know? I'm not surprised when Afrikaans guys get angry because rugby itself is a very angry sport. It's just like, you know, I always get weirded out the way they tackle each other, they're crunching and they're busy punching and fighting and, you know, it's weird for me when the ref stops the fights. That's the weirdest thing. Like, he'll stop it and go, hey guys, come on, we don't need that violence in this sport, come on. And they go, play the game. That's better. People walk off the field bleeding, bruised. One guy came back on with a bandage. Why would you come, like, you're bleeding, just sit, you bleed. Like, blood is your body's way of telling you to stop. That's what your body's saying. And you come back, what are you doing? Where's your mom? Just sit down and relax. No, I want to play rugby. You're not playing rugby, you're suffering rugby. That's what they should say. I suffer rugby every Saturday. Such a rough sport. And then you get these ministers that are like, we demand a quota system. We want more black players in the national rugby team. And black people are like, maybe you, Baba. Maybe you. Ngena. Me, I'm here. Quota system. It's tough. People get angry when the Springboks. The Springboks, they don't even need to lose a lot. One game and people get depressed, you know? They're like an A student that gets a B and people are worried, you know? Whereas when Bafana loses, no one really cares. Oh, Bafana. We've become so complacent with that team. Like, anything is enough for us. Have you noticed that? Anything. Yeah, Bafana's like our special child, like, you know? Where's there, like, hey, welcome home, Bafanas, welcome. What happened? Oh, you got a D. Well done, boy. Well done, boy. Got a D, eh? Hey, at least you finished the test this time. Well done, Bafanas. Bafana, that's what they do. They lose or they draw. They don't win. No. Drawing is a win for us. Yes, we drew. They lose. Although they won their last qualifying match against Botswana. That was a good thing, yes. Bafana beat Botswana. Yes, the great footballing nation that is Botswana. Destroyed them. 2-1. They won't mess with us again. I'm glad Bafana won. I'm glad, you know. It was a weird match, though. We were in Durban when the match was being played. And it was a weird day because Bafana won, but then they weren't through yet because we needed Ethiopia to lose in order for them to go through, which is always weird. Bafana does that to us. You always have to support other teams and them. It's so much stress. Now you're there. Come on, Gabon. And so Bafana won, but the people in the stadium didn't know the other results. So they were happy. They were cheering. They thought we're going to Brazil. People were happy. The guy in the stadium, well done, Bafana. People, yeah. Unfortunately, Ethiopia has qualified for the Brazil World Cup. It was the first time in my life I heard a depressed and confused vuvuzela, eh? Sounded like an animal dying in a corner somewhere. Because 1 minute it was confident, it was there like, But it's good. It's good that they won, you know? They needed to win. They needed to win. The only reason I want Bafana to win is because whenever Bafana loses, xenophobia goes up in South Africa. Yeah, this is a trend I've noticed. I started seeing this. It even happens at the matches. Zambia played against Bafana, beat them, and then when the Zambian team was leaving the stadium, the Bafana fans started throwing stones at the Zambian bus. Yeah, throwing stones, thousands of fans. Could have hurt the people badly. I don't know why they weren't throwing at Bafana, because they didn't win. But they were throwing at the Zambians. Could have hurt them. Nobody was hurt though, luckily. Yeah, because it was Bafana fans, so the stones were just like... just couldn't hit the targets. Xenophobia always goes up. Yeah. It's gotten so bad that foreigners have started supporting Bafana now. You go to the matches and you'll see giant guys in skinny Bafana shirts shouting, Jabalada! Jabala, can I go pass that ball for him? Pass that ball for that man. That's it, Nigeria gonna take that ball. You can now shoot that one. Why don't shoot for that man? Why don't shoot for him? You're like, yo man, you're Nigerian. Support Nigeria. It's like, I support my life, huh? Don't worry about me, I support my life. And I gotta store that thing for you. It's tough. It's tough out there. But it's good times, though. It's good times. It was a good game to be at, the Bafana versus Botswana. A lot of people came out to the stadium to watch, you know. There were dignitaries, a lot of politicians. The ANC was out in full force. They were attending, you know. The DA didn't come. They don't do soccer. No, thank you. Yeah. But the ANC was there. Jacob Zuma was in the balcony waving at everybody, you know, because elections are coming up, so you're going to see him everywhere now. Just there waving. Yeah, you're going to see him in the streets waving. You're going to see him at the rallies dancing. Yeah, he's going to be out shaking hands, kissing babies, mostly his babies, but still, vote for me. Because he knows he has to connect with the people. The ANC's having a tough time right now. This is one of the worst times in ANC history. Highest levels of corruption, lowest levels of service delivery. The ANC is just a shadow of its former self. Yeah. People in the ANC are disgusted by the ANC. They stand there like, ANC. Man. No, man, enough, man. No. Come on, ANC. They say this while looking in the mirror. Come on, ANC. Can do bad.